nerf this.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Corey. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. Today we're going to jump right into it, bringing you a base identification video that is focused in on hog attacks. So we're going to use 3 different examples and show what makes hogs a good option for a specific base. And I'm going to go ahead and start this replay. I'm going to start it on half so I have time to, kind of talk just a little bit. Let's go. Play 2, 3, 4. All right, down to 1/2. So you got to get some objectives. You're going to do a hog attack. First of all, you have to get the enemy queen. You have to get the enemy CC taken care of. And you have to establish some kind of pathing. Now, another key objective, you don't have to get it, but you really should for a hog attack, is going to be the enemy king as well. So if you can get both heroes, enemy CC, and establish some good pathing, then hogs are going to be a really good choice for you on the back end of that base. So on this one right here, let's take a look. Sir Bacon Nicholas here is going to use a queen charge for this attack to set up the rest of his hogs. Now it could be a wrecker entry, it could be several things, but anyways, you're looking to get those objectives: establish pathing, enemy CC, enemy queen, and if possible the enemy king. If you can get both heroes and those other objectives, hogs are a good option on the back end. So in this one, he's going to be using a queen charge, and if we follow this queen charge, he's going this way. All right, he's going to be able to reach, look at that, the enemy queen. First of all, he's got wall breakers too, so he can break in, but even if he misses this wall break here because of this bomb tower, because of this wizard tower, it's not the end of the world, because his queen's still going to aggro that enemy queen from right there. I'm going to aggro the enemy CC as well, and as she keeps going, she's going to be able to take out the enemy king as well. So even if he misses all his wall breaks, he's still going to be able to take care of all those objectives with this queen walk right here. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and speed it up a little bit, because we are going to try and fit 3 videos into this. Very nice queen charge, by the way. He's very skilled at it. Ends up a damage CC coming out. I'm not sure if this is a fresh hit or not, but I mean, even as a fresh hit, it would have been a good option, because you can deal with the hound with a queen charge if you have to. It's going to take a little extra time, and it might have to burn a rage a little sooner, but it's doable, So there we go. Just like that, he's got all his objectives taken out right there, just like we talked about. He did get the wall break, so he got in there and got even deeper. And if you look at the pathing that's set up, well, first of all, we didn't know those Teslas were going to pop, so it was pretty nice pathing around the outside of this base until those Teslas popped up, you know what I mean? So he's just got a very small section that some inner hogs are going to have to take care of there, but, he's got enough heals, and he took care of enough objectives with the queen charge that he's going to be able to get through the rest just fine. So, very nice triple. Also, I didn't mention it before, but it's worth mentioning now. Check out the details below my videos when you get a chance, because I've got good resources for you in there. I got links to my Discord server if you want to hang out with me. I have links to WHF's recruiting Discord server if you're interested in joining the WHF family. Also have links to WHF's live streamers in there, so check out the details below all my videos when you get a chance. Got some good links for you in there. With that, we're going to get into Johnny Boy. This is an alternate account of his, but it's Johnny Boy. You guys have seen him in my videos many times before. So this is going to be, here, we're going to go to half speed again. Alright, so whole different type of attack as far as not going to be a queen charge. It's going to be a wrecker entry. 2 golems out front to tank, because look, here's a pretty deep there on the backside of the base. If you don't bring golems to tank for that wall wrecker, you're not going to get in there deep enough to get both those heroes. But with 2 golems, and of course, getting some funneling taken care of so his heroes go inside the base, that wrecker's going to be able to make it deep enough, heading straight towards that town hall, that it's going to take out the enemy queen and the enemy king. And, all the defenses that are in the way in there too. So leaving a nice path for hogs around the rest of the base, taking care of both heroes, taking care of the enemy CC. So checking all those objectives, and hogs become a great option for the back end of the base. So I like to bring a freeze with him. Just really wanted to make sure that that wall wrecker got deep enough to open up far enough to get to both of those enemy heroes. I don't know, on this one, I guess I probably might have brought an extra poison, just because, hogging on the back end, it's really nice to have an extra poison. But at the same time, I see where he's coming from. It's hard to tell what's going to come out of that CC, if they're going to pop your wrecker early and keep you from getting to that, maybe you don't get to the enemy king, and all of a sudden your hogs have to deal with level 40 king. You know, I mean, if you've smashed a base with hogs and you have a ton left over, they'll take care of that level 40 king, no problem. But on fairly well-designed bases with properly placed traps, you're not going to have that many hogs left at the end. You might have 5 to 10 hogs with maybe half health, and at that point, taking care of the enemy king becomes difficult. They either can't get him killed all the way, or they do get him killed all the way, but then there's not enough hogs left over to clean up the rest of the base in time for the triple. So that's why it's really, really highly advised that you take care of both heroes if you're going to use hogs on the last half of the base. Another thing that makes a base a really good option for hogs, it can be multi-target infernos. First of all, you got to get those other objectives that we're talking about. Maybe the king, not always the king, but usually the king too. And if the base has multi-target infernos, I like to go towards hogs before Lalo on multi-target inferno bases for the simple reason of I'm already healing my hogs. You know what I mean? That's your entire spell support for your hogging section is going to be heals. Look at this. He swags a heal on this one. Doesn't even ever end up using that last heal. Very nicely done. But, you know, with loons, you could definitely Lalo multi-target infernos too. It's a little more difficult than single-target infernos because they do have longer range now. They do more damage now. So if you're going to be Laloing a multi-target inferno, you really kind of have to have a heal specified for that area of the base. Whereas with the hogs, yeah, you need a heal specified for that area, but you were going to be healing the hogs anyway. So that's why I tend to try and look for hog options on bases that have 2 multi-target infernos. So let's get into our third attack here. Beautiful, beautiful Wrecker Hog by Johnny Boy with the swag there. Now we're going to go to number 32. Going to take a look at one of GoldenEye's attacks. And this, I was really happy to see this example right here, because if you guys caught my recent video about the newer attack that Halo Okraheads came up with out of Spartan's Legacy, this is a great example of that. Sometimes he calls it the Go Ram, sometimes he calls it the Halo. Like, dude, you invented it. You can call it whatever you want, and I'll just follow your lead. So here's the Halo, and that's basically just a Goho with 3 freezes. And people, when I did the video, they're like, "That's not a new attack. That's just a Goho with 3 freezes." I'm like, dude, try to freaking Goho that base without those 3 freezes, and tell me this is not an attack worth knowing. Look at this right here. Queen is all the way on the back side of that base, and he's still trying to get those same objectives we talked about: enemy queen, enemy king, enemy CC, and create pathing. And because of those 3 freezes, he's going to be able to make it all the way back in there, all the way to the back side of that base, and kill that enemy queen. What you're using those 3 freezes for is any high damage defenses that lock on to your wrecker, you freeze them, and it just keeps it alive so much further. Look how deeply it got into those base with the 2 golems out in front tank and the 3 freezes. Took out half of this base with the kill squad because of those 3 freezes. So excellent base identification from GoldenEye here, using those 3 freezes and the 2 golems to get that wrecker all the way to the back side of the base where those CC Valks could kill the enemy queen. He took care of the enemy king on the entry, so there's that objective. Took care of the enemy CC on the entry, and obviously created good pathing for the hogs because he took out like half of this base worth of defenses just with that kill squad. So very, very nicely done. One downfall to this attack a little bit is that if you bring in 3 freezes, you're not going to have enough room for that extra Skelly spell. But, you know, since you're look, he took out half the base, so you're probably taking out, chances are you took out half of those possible Skelly locations. So does he have Skellies following his hogs? Yes, but it's not 3 Skelly traps worth, it's 1 or 2 tops. So anytime you go really a much bigger kill squad, invest more heavily on the kill squad and get more of that base, it doesn't become as necessary to have that poison on the backside. Whereas if you expect your hogs to clean up a lot of that base at the end, you really want to have that extra poison to get rid of those skellies that are chasing your hogs around. He crushes this base. Tons of hogs left over. Lots and lots of hogs. I don't know, 15 in that group there, maybe 12. Plenty of hogs. Another beautiful example of taking care of those 4 objectives. 3 that are absolutely necessary. Enemy queen, enemy CC, create pathing for hogs, and then another one that I always like to get if I'm hogging is going to be that enemy king. Could be very valuable as well. Now, if you're facing a lower level enemy king, like a level 16 or a level 20 or something like that, not as important. He's not as tough as these level 40 kings. But if you're hitting, you know, legit Town Hall 10s with maxed out kings, he is a force to be reckoned with hogs. So you're going to want to take that into account in your attacks. Guys, I hope you liked the video. I love the base identification series. It's probably still my favorite one. And so I try to do something a little bit different this time and do do a whole video that's just focused on hogs. So let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments below. If you have any detailed questions, it's a lot easier to get a hold of me in the Discord server, so check that out in the details below my videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Nerf this!